Conscious intimacy, 5 rules for Kritika Nakshatra. 1. Intimacy is about touch. Whether touching mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, one must touch another to feel intimacy. For Kritika, Kritika is symbolized by the blade, representing sharpness, protection, and purification. To embody intimacy through touch, mental touch, engage in intellectually stimulating conversations that reveal the depth of their thoughts and insights, share emotions openly but temper their directness with empathy to foster emotional closeness. Spiritual touch, create sacred bonding rituals, such as lighting candles during meaningful conversations or engaging in meditative practices together. Physical touch, offer warm yet deliberate gestures like an embrace after resolving conflicts or a calming hand on the shoulder during emotional moments. Intimacy is about kindness. The nature of touch must be one of kindness and compassion. For Kritika, Kritika's direct and sometimes fiery nature can come across as harsh, so practicing kindness is key. Compassionate speech. Soften their words by expressing care and acknowledging their partner's feelings before offering their perspective. Acts of nurturing. Show kindness through consistent actions, like preparing something thoughtful or offering support during challenging times. Replace criticism with encouraging affirmations to create an atmosphere of trust and care. Chant 3. Intimacy is about vulnerability. Feeling safe and nurtured in the company of another brings vulnerability and feelings of intimacy. For Kritika, Kritika's protective and self-sufficient nature can make vulnerability difficult, but it is essential for true intimacy. Express inner struggles. Open up about fears, concerns, and dreams without the need to appear strong all the time. Create emotional rituals. Establish routines such as weekly reflections or shared unwinding sessions where both partners can be vulnerable. Physical reassurance. Use comforting touch during difficult conversations to convey that it's safe to be open and honest. 4. Intimacy is about growing together. Intimacy is a shared experience of two people growing together in complementary and supportive ways. For Kritika, Kritika's drive for perfection can sometimes focus more on self-growth than shared progress, so mutual growth should be a priority. Celebrate growth milestones. Acknowledge both individual and shared achievements to reinforce a sense of partnership. Mutual learning. Engage in activities that promote growth, such as taking classes together or working toward shared goals. Balance strengths. Appreciate how their partner's strengths can complement their own pursuit of refinement and purpose. 5. Intimacy. Integrates mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual ways of two people. All 4 elements need to be present in order for harmony and intimacy. For Kritika, to create harmony, Kritika must nurture all 4 elements of intimacy. Mental integration. Foster intellectual connection by sharing ideas and learning new things together. Physical integration. Offer steady but affectionate physical touch to convey care and protection, balancing their intensity with tenderness. Emotional integration. Be emotionally available and openly share feelings rather than keeping them guarded. Spiritual integration. Build a shared spiritual vision by engaging in meaningful rituals or setting collective life goals. Conclusion. When Venus is placed in Kritika, it refines their capacity for affection and brings beauty and sensuality into their relationships. Venus enhances their ability to express kindness, vulnerability, and tenderness, ensuring their love feels protective but also gentle and nurturing. This placement strengthens their alignment with all 5 rules by balancing their precision with compassion and warmth. When Moon is placed in Kritika, it amplifies their emotional intensity and need for purification and clarity in relationships. The Moon fosters emotional depth and vulnerability, making them more empathetic and nurturing. This placement enhances their ability to create emotional and spiritual safe spaces while maintaining mental sharpness and purpose. Together, both Venus and Moon in Kritika allow them to balance their natural intensity with nurturing care, integrating mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual elements to build a relationship that is both dynamic and harmonious. Conscious intimacy. 5 rules for Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. 1. Intimacy is about touch. Whether touching mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, one must touch another to feel intimacy. For Uttara Falguni, symbolized by the legs of the bed, represents commitment, stability, and generosity. To foster intimacy through touch. Mental touch. Engage in meaningful discussions that revolve around shared goals, commitments, and values. Emotional touch. Build emotional closeness by expressing gratitude for their partner's support and dedication. Spiritual touch. Participate in bonding rituals like shared meditations or affirmations that reinforce the stability of their connection. Physical touch. Offer grounding and steady physical gestures, such as holding hands, gentle embraces, or sitting close to convey reassurance and care. 2. Intimacy is about kindness. The nature of touch must be one of kindness and compassion. For Uttara Falguni's focus on stability and commitment thrives when expressed with kindness, encouraging words. Use affirming language that shows appreciation for their partner's efforts and contributions. Acts of generosity. Demonstrate care through thoughtful gestures, like helping with tasks or planning a special moment for their partner. Patience in conflict. Approach disagreements calmly and with a focus on finding solutions that honor the relationship. 3. Intimacy is about vulnerability. Feeling safe and nurtured in the company of another brings vulnerability and feelings of intimacy. For Uttara Falguni's sense of responsibility and loyalty creates a natural environment for vulnerability. Share personal hopes and fears. Openly discuss feelings and dreams to build deeper trust. Create emotional security. Foster consistent emotional safety by being present and attentive during moments of vulnerability. Reassuring gestures. Use calming physical touch, like a hand on the partner's back or a comforting hug, to reinforce their care. Intimacy is about growing together. Intimacy is a shared experience of two people growing together in complementary and supportive ways. For Uttara Falguni, their natural inclination toward partnership and responsibility aligns with the principle of mutual growth. Support shared goals. Work together toward common aspirations, particularly those that enhance the relationship's stability and longevity. Celebrate progress. Recognize milestones, both personal and shared, to reinforce a sense of unity and progress. Balance giving and receiving. Encourage equal contributions in the relationship to ensure growth feels mutual and supportive. 5. Intimacy. Integrates mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual ways of two people. All 4 elements need to be present in order for harmony and intimacy. For Uttara Falguni, to create a balanced and harmonious relationship, Uttara Falguni must integrate all aspects of intimacy. Mental integration. Foster intellectual connection through meaningful conversations about their shared future and values. Physical integration. Use steady and consistent physical affection to convey loyalty and reassurance. Emotional integration. Stay attuned to their partner's emotional needs and share their own feelings openly. Spiritual integration. Build shared rituals that honor their connection, such as gratitude practices or setting intentions for mutual success. Conclusion. When Venus is placed in Uttara Falguni, it enhances their sense of partnership and generosity, making their relationships deeply loving and supportive. Venus fosters kindness, sensuality, and a deep appreciation for the beauty of commitment, ensuring alignment with all 5 rules, particularly through emotional and physical nurturing. When Moon is placed in Uttara Falguni, it amplifies emotional depth and intuition, helping them connect on a deeper level with their partner's needs. The Moon supports vulnerability and creates a safe space for emotional expression, reinforcing their ability to integrate mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of intimacy. Together, Venus and Moon in Uttara Falguni enhance the nakshatra's natural qualities of loyalty, generosity, and commitment. By embodying all 5 rules, they create relationships that are stable, nurturing, and deeply fulfilling. Conscious intimacy 5 rules for Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. 1. Intimacy is about touch. Whether touching mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, one must touch another to feel intimacy. For Uttara Ashada, symbolized by the elephant tusk, represents leadership, achievement, and steadfastness. To foster intimacy through touch. Mental touch. Engage in meaningful discussions about shared values, ambitions, and long-term goals to strengthen intellectual connection. Emotional touch. Build trust by sharing personal triumphs and struggles, and listen with empathy to their partner's experiences. Spiritual touch. Participate in activities that reflect shared beliefs and aspirations, such as rituals of gratitude or reflective practices. Physical touch. Use grounding gestures like a supportive hand on the partner's shoulder or a warm embrace to convey stability and reassurance. 2. Intimacy is about kindness. The nature of touch must be one of kindness and compassion. For Uttara Ashada, their determined and goal-oriented nature thrives when expressed with kindness to balance their intensity. Encouraging words. Use supportive and affirming language to appreciate their partner's efforts and contributions. Thoughtful gestures. Demonstrate care through acts of service, such as helping with challenges or planning a meaningful moment. Patience in conflict. Approach disagreements with calmness and a focus on understanding and collaboration. 3. Intimacy is about vulnerability. Feeling safe and nurtured in the company of another brings vulnerability and feelings of intimacy. For Uttara Ashada, Uttara Ashada's natural inclination toward leadership can make emotional vulnerability challenging, but it deepens intimacy. Share inner thoughts and fears. Discuss personal hopes and uncertainties to build trust and connection. Provide emotional security. Create a stable and consistent environment where both partners feel safe to express their emotions. Reassuring gestures. Use steady physical touch, like a heartfelt hug or a gentle handhold, to foster comfort and trust. Shad 4, intimacy is about growing together. Intimacy is a shared experience of two people growing together in complementary and supportive ways. For Uttara Ashada, their focus on long-term success aligns naturally with the principle of mutual growth. Collaborate on shared aspirations. Work together on goals that reflect both partners' strengths and ambitions. Celebrate milestones. Recognize and honor achievements, both personal and shared, to reinforce a sense of unity and partnership. Balance ambition and partnership. Encourage each other's individual growth while fostering a collective vision for the future. All 5. Intimacy integrates mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual ways of two people. All 4 elements need to be present in order for harmony and intimacy. For Uttara Ashada, to create harmony, Uttara Ashada must integrate all aspects of intimacy with focus and balance. Mental integration. Engage in intellectually stimulating conversations that inspire shared visions and meaningful goals. Physical integration. Use steady and affectionate physical gestures, such as holding hands or sitting close, to convey stability and care. Emotional integration. Be open about their feelings and provide consistent emotional support to their partner. Spiritual integration. Build shared rituals of growth and reflection, such as goal setting or meditative practices, to align spiritually. Conclusion. When Venus is placed in Uttara Ashada, it enhances their charm, leadership qualities, and ability to nurture relationships with grace and warmth. Venus fosters kindness, affection, and a deep appreciation for shared values, ensuring alignment with all 5 rules, particularly through emotional and physical gestures of support. When Moon is placed in Uttara Ashada, it amplifies their emotional depth and intuitive understanding of their partner's needs. The Moon fosters vulnerability and creates a safe and nurturing environment for emotional expression, strengthening their ability to integrate mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of intimacy. Together, Venus and Moon in Uttara Ashada amplify the Nakshatra's natural qualities of resilience, leadership, and stability. By embodying all 5 rules, they create relationships that are enduring, supportive, and deeply fulfilling.